The information provided by Trading Forex Price Action to you does not constitute personal financial advice. The information provided is of a general nature only and does not take into account your individual objectives, financial situation, or needs. It should not be used, relied upon, or treated as a substitute for specific professional advice.
Midweek Analysis.
Hey guys, this is a midweek analysis for June 9th of 2021. Okay, we'll start off with the Euro-USD pair. This is the monthly chart. We'll start off with an overview. Alright, so since this price action right here is very strong short, and this move right here is still having a ways to go, in the long term, I'm short biased right back down to this pivot low right here. However, because of a breakout of this trend line from this pivot to this pivot right here, and that breakout being right here, in the medium term, I'm long biased right back up to this pivot high right here. However, on the weekly chart, since there's more short strength than long strength, in the short term, I'm short biased right back down to this pivot low right here. Okay, let's talk midweek price. Alright, this is the weekly chart. For a full explanation of the setup I've been looking at, please refer to my weekly forecast from 2 weeks ago. Alright, so basically the setup I've been looking at was as follows. So there was a strong short trade right here on this weekly chart, then a week long trade form. So as price pulled back, I was looking for short entries right back down to this pivot low as a target right here. And so 2 weeks ago, I took a short trade roughly at this 1.2250 level with the stop loss at this pivot high right here and the main target being right back down here. Alright, so let me update you on how I'm managing this trade. So let's go over to the daily chart. Alright, so on this daily chart, that short trade I took 2 weeks ago was roughly at this level at 1.2250 with the stop loss at this pivot high up here and this main target being right back down here. Now last week as price fell, I was mentioning there was a fake lower compact price action at this level right here using the higher time price element of this trend line right here from this pivot to this pivot right here. And so I was mentioning the only way I would add another short position is if price pulled back to stop out that fake long compact price action roughly at this level. And a few days later that did happen. However, I did not get enough of a pullback to entice me to take another short position. And then price fell right back down the following day. So if you recall last week, I was mentioning there was a lower time frame fake double bottom at this level right here, which implies lower time frame short strength. However, soon after that fake double bottom formed, the NFP report was released and price ignored the lower time frame price action setups and came right back up to these levels right here. Alright, so let me explain to you what's been happening on the lower time frames this week for this short trade. So let's go over to the 1 minute chart. Okay, so on this 1 minute chart, that fake double bottom that formed last week was right here. Then the NFP report was released last Friday right here, which caused price to wildly ignore the short strength that was provided by this fake double bottom, and price burst right through that target that price should not have reached. And then in the beginning of this week, which is this area right here, I was always checking if there's any compact long price action on the lower time frames, and there were none. Now, one area of price action on this 1 minute chart that I do want to go into more depth is this area right here. So just go ahead and zoom into that. Alright, so this area right here on this 1 minute chart, in terms of compact price action, is a key area. Now, the reason being is because a monthly trend line's breakout retest area is right at this level right here, roughly at the 1.2159 level. Alright, so let me just go ahead and show you that monthly trend line level. So we'll go over to the monthly chart. Alright, so on this monthly chart, try drawing this trend line from this pivot to this pivot right here. Now, as you can see right here, last month, there was a breakout of this trend line. And at this point, price is retesting that breakout of that trend line. Alright, so that 1 minute price action I was talking about is forming at this level right here at this trend line. Okay, so let's go back to the 1 minute chart. All right, so that monthly trend line is roughly at this 1.2159 level right here. And in terms of compact price action, it typically forms on higher time frame strong levels. So as you can see by the way that price consolidates in this area, price is reacting to that monthly trend line. However, in this case, we did not get any compact price action at these levels, so that short position for the time being seems healthy. Now, just to show an example of how compact price action works is that on a higher time frame price element like that monthly one I was talking about, on the lower time frames such as the 1 minute and 5 minute chart, price begins to make compact price action right on those levels, which shows very strong long strength. Okay, but that's a hypothetical situation, so that short trade is healthy at this point. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the rest of this 1 minute price action this week. All right, so this area right here on the 1 minute chart is the data for the last 2 days. And there was no compact long price action at any of these points. And now in terms of what I'm watching for in terms of future price action to confirm the health of this short trade is, like I mentioned last week, is for price to fall right back down to this 1 minute double bottom level right here. Because although the NFP did override the lower time price action right here, the stop loss level for this fake double bottom right here at this level, if price does reach it and stop it out, for me, that will further confirm the health of that short trade. All right, one final thing I do want to mention is about adding more positions to this short trade. So let's go over to the daily chart. All right, so again on this daily chart, I took a short entry at 1.2250, roughly at this level 2 weeks ago, with the stop loss right up here at this level right here and its main target being down here. Now in terms of adding more short positions, at this point, even if price pulls all the way back here, I'm not willing to add any more short positions. Now the reason is quite simple. As a basic rule, I do not take pullback entries that are based on NFP catalysts. Now this is because for me, the NFP is extremely hard to analyze through price. So the most simple way for me to interact with the NFP is simply not to trade it. So a good thing to remember when building a strategy is that simply not trading certain situations is a strategy in itself. Okay, so at this point, what I'm looking for in terms of confirmation of the health of this short trade is for price to fall right back down to stop out that 1 minute fake double bottom stop loss level right here. But I'm always looking for compact long price action to form, in which case it does, I will abort this short trade altogether immediately. But I'm especially keeping an eye out for this 1.2159 level for compact long price action to form. And one last thing on the monthly chart, so let's go over that. Okay, so on this monthly chart, that trend line I showed you earlier from this pivot right here to this pivot right here, and that monthly breakout being right here. Now the daily chart's price last week already broke back into this trend line level. And now this week, I'm looking for further confirmation of a weekly breakout back in to this trend line level, increasing the possibility of a fake breakout. All right, so that's one last thing I'm looking at, a weekly close back into this monthly trend line level. All right, so that's it for the midweek analysis. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, guys. And thanks for watching. Okay, bye.